we're about 3 or 4 generation Galisteños. I grew up, I heard lots of stories about La Sala. They used to have 10 cents dances, and women would stand on one side of the benches and the men on the other. And we had a person that would be the collector, and they would start dancing, and then he'd go over and tap on their shoulder, and he would collect the 10 cents, and that was what paid for the fuel and just the wear and tear of the building. So growing up, I heard lots of stories. So they had lots of, not only dances, they also had baptismals, they had weddings. We had some beautiful weddings here, receptions.
The building belonged to the Brotherhood, who were a brotherhood of the Catholic Church. It used to be a dance hall, and all kinds of wonderful things happened there.
The Sociedad de San Jose bought it for $5 from Marcelino Barros and Teodora Sandoval, and they were my great-great-great-great-grandparents.
Women have always been like the stronghold. It's kind of the glue of the family, keeps everything together. And I had an aunt that was an enjaradora, and that was the ladies would have to plaster outside every spring or every other spring, and they would make sure that the walls were painted.
And then the Sociedad, and I would imagine some of the village people built it.
So lots of hard work and determination is what I grew up with. And hopefully that's what we'll see here in this building. So we try to get the kids out and they can learn a little bit of history and also know the importance of taking care of their community, their buildings, especially these old buildings. And hopefully they'll learn a little bit about their history, and also they'll be able to keep it up when we're all gone.
A lot of the young people we're working with this summer, their grandparents and great-grandparents really helped establish that building across the street. They are actually preserving their own heritage and history by learning how to care for this building and learning how to make adobe bricks and learning how to do the mud plastering.
And they would, dig a big pit, put lots of water in the morning, and then they would let that soak overnight. In the morning they would get up and mix it up, put the mud in the forms, make adobes. In the afternoon or the following day, they'd pick them up, scrape it, stand them up for a bit, let them dry.
As an archaeologist, I fell in love with this building, and to find out how it was built, we took off some of the plaster, both on the inside and the outside. Historically at school, what we had learned is that the Native Americans who did build apartment buildings out of adobe put it flat on the ground. The Spanish, when they came here, actually started using some of the basalt and then the adobe on top of that. We believe that the windows were ordered from Sears and Roebuck. The building itself was constructed in 1899, so they went to Lamy with their buckboards, loaded up these windows and doors, and brought them into the site.
What we hope to establish with the building is a location for us to have cultural events for the community. It's a diverse community. We're really fortunate to have a lot of really gifted people here, and it's going to be very nice to share that with the whole community.
And there are a large group of artists. I mean, our wonderful studio tour in mid-October, that has, 70 different artists open their studios and places. And so now many of those artists kind of got together and decided they wanted to have a place that showed their work. And there's this community, which I'm sure you know about, effort to restore this building and to use it for a display of their work. And it's a wonderful idea.
5 years ago, a sign came out in front of this building, and we said, what a great gallery. And so 5 of us got together and said, what can we do to make this thing a possibility? It was 5 other artists in the community who said, listen, we need something to show. We need somewhere to put our work. And the dance hall was it. And so it started off negotiating the lease, looking at the building, looking at what we had to do.
We hope to do art exhibits. We hope to do poetry readings. We hope to do musical performances and lectures and just expand everyone's knowledge base, really.
My understanding is that this building, more than 100 years old, is of a unique adobe structure. There are very few of these remaining anywhere in New Mexico. And it did serve all these various purposes, but it too can be brought back. And the community of Galisteo has really demonstrated its commitment to bringing it back. People around here today who have been working on this project for years and will continue to work until it's done, people of all ages, all kinds, this is what community is all about, and Galisteo is proving that all over again.
What we're working on is leaving a legacy. Even the people who come here later on, not in the generation of the Spanish, but we're all leaving our legacy here. And I think that's what it's important for everybody to know, that we're not just doing this to get the building up, we want to leave something.
And we do feel like once this building is fully restored and all of the plastering is finished, it is truly going to be what has been called the jewel of the village, because it'll be a beautiful thing to behold. Because once you have the traditional mud plastering on a building, it does have the look of suede to it. It has a very soft look. And it will just completely transform the center of our village in the way it feels. It will make it very, very beautiful.